you found the afterburners when you needed to out there. You must be delighted with the end of that game.
Yeah, I mean, especially the last set, I was clipping in that double top when it mattered, but yeah, I slipped up in the first set and didn't really score and didn't get into gear until the second set. So yeah, and I probably could have lost it 2-0, but I happily get through and win that game.
Looking more and more dangerous as the tournaments and the games go by. Do you feel your game is in a really good place at the moment?
Yeah, I always put myself under pressure in the first games of any tournament, and to play the likes of Ryan, and it always happens. When I play Danny Norbert in the match play, he goes and wins a Pro Tour before it. Ryan Searle goes and wins a Pro Tour before this one, as if I'm playing well, and he is playing well, but I'm playing well as well, so happy days.
But you're looking great. The weight loss is obviously there for evidence. You must be delighted in yourself. We've seen players lose a lot of weight before and they've struggled. Have you struggled with any aspects of your game with the weight loss?
I don't think so. I mean, I've been playing right through the losing the weight, so it's not as if I've had a big break and come back after losing the weight. So it's gradually happened over the last six months or so, and I know how much darts is on these days. There's just no chance for rest, and while I've been playing, I've been losing the weight slowly, and it's been working.
Do you feel these lifestyle changes are going to put you in really good stead as the calendar gets busier and busier? These changes are for the better for you up on that stage.
Just mentally, I feel a lot better in myself, and when I'm putting a medium shirt on instead of an XL, it feels a little bit better. So yeah, as long as I'm confident in myself and I'm feeling better going up on stage, then it can only help.
Cheers, Gizzy, thank you.
Gizzy, well done tonight. Just on the weight loss, how difficult is that to implement when you are travelling every week and you're in a different country, and it is difficult to eat when you're on the road?
I don't think it's so much the travelling, it's just the times and the food that you have to get sometimes, especially when you're in Europe and you come off stage sometimes 10 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, and you're absolutely starving, and the only thing you can turn to is fast food. Is just saying, scrap that, I'll have something decent in the morning and go to bed starving. It's hard work, but it works.
Before or while you were losing it, was there any sort of thing in the back of your mind saying it might affect your throw, it might affect your balance and things like that?
No, because I knew that I would lose it gradually. I wasn't going to lose it overnight. And I mean, I haven't lost a lot of fat on my arms, so my arm is my arm, and as long as you're practicing and you get that muscle memory and that repetition, I don't, you can certainly be with different people, and it can affect different people different ways, but it's been alright with me.
You talked about the mental strength that's helped you with as well. Is that sort of maybe the best mental space you've been in going into the back end of the year for a
I don't think that's to do with the weight loss. Obviously I feel better in myself, but that can't breed confidence on the board. You need to win, you need to score well, and you need to be winning tournaments, which I have. And I think since the World Championship last year, when I spoke to a sports psychologist, I've been in a better place since then.
Thank you.
Well done, Gizzy, on that win. You've got a really good record in this tournament apart from last year, yet we've seen other top players, Michael Smith, Rob Cross, for example, both former world champions, really struggle in this format. Why do you think you're so comfortable with it, yet other top players who are successful everywhere else can't seem to get to grips with it?
I don't feel comfortable. I mean, I hate the tour. I don't say I hate it. I always do well in it, but to double in on a set format is the worst possible tournament for me. But I don't know. I seem to do well in it, and sometimes you get a little bit of luck. I don't think I had luck today. I thought I played well towards the end of the game, but I don't know. Just luck must be on my side sometimes in this tournament.
If you play at the level that you played in that last set, will that be enough to take it to this title, do you think?
Yeah, as long as I get myself in, first 3 darts, doesn't matter if it's first, second or third, I know my scoring game will come, and I don't have to put myself, because when you miss 3 or 5 or 6 darts, then you force the next couple when you start scoring and you're chasing the game. So as long as I can get in early and relax while I'm scoring, I'll be fine.
Since we last spoke to you, the BDC have announced that for the first time the World Series will go to Saudi Arabia. We expect that you'll be in that World Series lineup. What do you think about what do you think about that? Because you've always said that you don't care where tournaments are, you don't care where World Championships are. So what are your thoughts on that announcement?
Yeah, I mean, to go anywhere in the world, as long as I'm involved in the World Series, I'm happy. Wherever we go, I'm willing to turn up and play, but I'm sure Barry and everybody else involved with the PDC know what they're doing, and wherever we go in the world, I'm going to turn up and play, so I'm happy with that.
Well done tonight, Gizzy. Thank you.
No worries.
Congratulations, Gezi. How tough an opponent was Ronsell tonight, and how pleased were you with your performance on the, especially on your finishing doubles?
Yeah, I felt like Ryan was going to be a tough game today, which he was. I thought the game was probably, he was going to play exactly the way he did. You know, he's a good scorer. He clips that double top more often than not. Sometimes he can't see it going in, and it frustrates you when he steps back and is in, plumb in the middle. But yeah, he's a great player. But I'm playing some good stuff. I was confident I was going to come through the game. But you know, one set down, my back's against the wall, and I always doubt myself sometimes. But yeah, I won.
And you seem to love it here. So to win this, would this be sort of the kickstart in the lead up to the Worlds?
Yeah, I feel like I'm in a good place. I said in my interview earlier that I think I'm going to have a good back end of this year, and you know, if I go and win this tournament, then it's, you know, only going to breed confidence for the rest of them. But yeah, I'm back into the Grand Slam, which is one of my favourite tournaments, and I've won that a couple of times. So I'm targeting that one in the Worlds, but yeah, this one's there as well.
Brilliant, thanks.
Have you set yourself any minimum goals going into the back end of this year?
Yeah, I want to win the Worlds. I don't care about anything else, but I'm in everything. I want to win everything, but the World Championship, I won that one, and I want to, you know, get myself back into the top 4 in the world and start playing in a bit more, because this year I've played in a lot more Pro Tours and Europeans, got myself back up to Pro Tour #1, Players Championship #1, and I'm right up there, I think, in the top 5, 6 of the European Championship finals. So when I turn up and I put my mind on it, then yeah, my rankings can climb.
How much has that £1 million prize money changed the mindset for yourself going into the Worlds?
Yeah, obviously that's great. Obviously we if it was no money, we wouldn't be here. We were working somewhere else. But you know, yeah, £1 million great. 500,000 was great, and your host says it's not going to get any better over the next couple of years. But you know, just to win that tournament for the second time with a crowd, that'll mean the most to me. But yeah, with £1 million bonus, I'm happy.
Okay, just on the Saudi Arabia one, I don't know if you watched the Matchroom documentary yet, where Saudi Arabia talking about, you know, he said he wants to do something crazy with darts. Would you like to see something new, something different than over in Saudi? What would you like to see?
Yeah, like they could bring somebody in, you know, like they have the golden ball in snooker. Maybe they could, you know, put the points up a little bit, and if you go out in 10 darts or whichever, then you get £1 million, which would be good. But no, I don't know. They'll probably chuck something in like that, which I hope, because it can spice things up a bit.
Thank you.
Thanks everyone.
Cheers.